Hey Diva Nation, today's episode we're filming at one of Akron's favorite breweries, Missing Falls in downtown Akron. I'm joined today by my special guest and head brewer, Gunner Mark. Gunner Mark takes us on a tour of his brew house and of course samples some tasty beverages. Test your beer knowledge with my beer quiz and so much more. Stay tuned! Warning, what you're about to watch is purely for my own mental well-being. But let's face it, it's some pretty funny stuff. You're about to witness a crazy diva hitting her midlife crisis, and it's all on camera with a little help from her friends. Viewer discretion is not advised. Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas. Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas, Beer Divas. Welcome to the Beer Divas show, where wine is dumb and the craft beer world has taken over the dull American beer scene once and for all. I'm Dr. Brewsky, and with me...
Mark. Oh, I'm Mark.
This is Mark from Missing Falls Brewery here in downtown Akron. And we're going to start the show with my favorite part of the show, and that is beer reviews. It's beer review time. All right, so we're going to be reviewing 4 different styles. Now, of course, I have 2 more here that I've been chugging during this whole interview, and I'll tell you, so far, things are knocking my socks off here. The first one we're going to try is called Frail Ale, and that is a wee heavy. So yes. It's a Scottish beer.
Scottish wee heavy. It's a good malty backbone, really low IBUs. Wee heavy,
which is my kind of thing, because I'm not a bitter girl at all.
Wee heavy meaning it's going to be higher in the alcohol content.
Right.
Than they used to have like 10 shilling, 20 shillings.
Yeah.
They had different names for the beers, a heavy than the wee heavies.
Right.
So this was a recipe I came up with about 6-7 years ago. And we've been homebrewing it for quite a while, but this is probably our 2nd or 3rd time running it through this brewery.
How did you find out about a wee heavy? That's not like a normal, I had never heard about it until this past week.
Early on, you do a lot of, when you're homebrewer, you do a lot of recon missions.
Okay.
And luckily for us, we had places like 101 Bottles that had all these like single bottle beers. You built 6-packs.
Okay.
So I would just grab just stuff I haven't even heard of, just to see how I'd like it.
What is it? Right.
Yeah, and
then you can reproduce it here.
Yeah, well, then I researched it a lot and got the base of the recipe styles and wrote one out, gave it a try, made some tweaks over the years, and here it is.
Here it is. Okay, so definitely dark. Let me get my glasses going.
Yep. Good.
Like dark amber brown to almost black, right? You know, I smell a little bit of the little nutty.
Nutty, you're gonna get a little smokiness in there.
Little smoky.
Little smoke malts in there.
I can definitely smell like the alcohol. It has that almost like winey smell to it. All right, let me taste. So definitely a dry finish, very toasty, roasty.
The smokiness will start coming through about now.
Smoky, absolutely. Very dry finish. A little bit of an aftertaste, and you get that smoky aftertaste.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really good.
Real light on the smoke. Now we've put this into barrels, so that'll be coming out this winter.
Not very highly carbonated though. It's not very crisp. It's very
easy on the palate.
Very easy.
Yeah,
mouth feels very easy.
For the darker beers, they go a little lighter on the carbonation. You don't really need too much effervescence to get all the flavor out of it.
No, you don't. And it goes down real smooth. Wow, okay.
Malty with the rich, dominant, sweet malt flavor.
It is.
Aroma. Boy, they summed that up in one sentence. I read them like a paragraph.
I'll tell you, I liked it.
Thank you.
So my rating for the Frail Ale, which is a Scottish wee heavy, is 9.1. I like this beer. Now, I'm not a big coffee fan, just in general, right? This is more of a roasted flavor. And it's not, to me, it's not too mocha heavy or anything like that, because I tend to not like that.
Toasted malty.
It's toasted and malty, but it's not heavy, it's light. It's got a little crispness to it, but not too over the top. And I'll tell you what, it goes down real nice. Of course, you got to be careful because it's higher ABV, right? It's what, 8.5%? I forgot to say that. 8.5%. Wow, I like that. So this, of course, is my first time in the wee heavy virgin over here.
Right.
I enjoyed that. That was really, really good. Let me get my water. I brought some water so I can cleanse my palate.
Well, you can use a Pilsner.
And I do love a Pilsner, too. Okay, so the second beer we're going to try is the Show Nuff, and it's a sour. And it says it's strawberry and pineapple.
Yes, with this we used about 400, 500 pounds of pineapple, about 300 pounds of strawberry.
Which is not easy to get.
It's a kettle
in this
sour.
Time of year
so
in Ohio, right?
Well, you can order the fruit purees, but they're coming out of the West Coast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So essentially we order the fruit purees, and it's, in the food industry it's the same purees that are used in like the ice cream making and everything else. So they're sterile, they're clean, they're vacuum packed, they run through filter screens.
Oh wow, okay.
So when you get it, it's pretty much either a heavy or a light liquid.
Okay. And this is 5.2% ABV. I don't think my nose is working today. I can definitely smell the strawberries. I'm not really sure about the pineapple.
Pineapple pop out the taste.
I don't smell any hops at all. Like it doesn't.
No, very
light. It says 10 IBU, so that's very low in the bitterness
very
scale.
light on the hops.
All right. Wow. I get like punched in the face with strawberry. A little bit of the pineapple, especially at the end.
Yeah.
It's like after you've chewed up a piece of pineapple and swallowed it, that's what you get at the end.
Yep. I used the pineapple sort of to add a bit to the sour, so I really didn't go too strong on the souring of the beer because I knew the pineapple would add that.
It's not too sweet, but you still taste the fruitiness of the strawberry. It's got good carbonation, but not too much that it takes away from the flavor.
Yeah.
Does have a little bit of an aftertaste, but of course that's a fruity aftertaste. Wow. Definitely a great summertime beer. You can mow the lawn, you can play, cornhole in the yard with your buddies. Oh wow. So my rating for the Show Nuff Sour, which is strawberry with a little finish of pineapple, is 8.8. I loved it. It was very refreshing, but sometimes when you get into like watermelon, pineapple, strawberry, sometimes it's like too much. This beer is not too much at all.
Yeah.
It is wonderful. You did a great job. Okay, let me do this. All right, so the next one is called Abbey Robe. Let's see what I got. Yeah, Abbey Robe, and that's a Belgian strong ale, 9.1%.
Yes.
So that's a little higher on the scale.
you'll see that this one hides her alcohol very well.
Okay.
Very well, and there's a really funny story behind the name too.
Okay.
So, we'll try it first.
Let's do it. They really filled that up.
They gave us some money's worth.
I'm gonna have to drink all of this, right? All right, let me smell first.
Yeah, you're gonna get that Belgian style yeasty smell, a little breadiness.
Yeah, but
in there.
it doesn't smell too hoppy at all.
No,
Like this smells really.
You're gonna get a lot of the
floral.
Yeah.
All right, taste it. Wow. What type of hops did you use in this? Do you remember?
Nah, we'll keep that on the
okay.
wraps.
Ooh, we got secrets here.
Keep all
All
the recipes
That's okay.
close to us.
It is very, very good.
It's got a nice spicy note to it. Nice smoothness. You don't get an alcohol bite on there.
That's right.
On either end of the taste or the
Definitely
finish.
not winey at all, because sometimes the higher alcohol, you get that winey taste. And it's not at all. You do have an aftertaste.
Yes. You're going to get the yeasty aftertaste. Finish is nice and clear. We don't use filters or anything, just...
So it's a little bit, golden to straw color, so a little bit darker than... Oh, wait a minute. Is that the last? Yeah. Then this one, right? That was a little hazy.
That would be the second.
Yeah. Wow.
Everyone seems to really love this beer. We have it about every 3 months or so, because there's a few others we run. We'll do this one, and we'll do another German style and another, then back to this one. Everyone really seems to love this one.
It's something that you're not going to drink all night just because of the alcohol content, but it's very refreshing. It's not highly carbonated where you get that crispy, It's very smooth going down. Wonderful. And I like Belgian beers too. And my rating for the Abbey Robe strong Belgian, is it Belgian strong? Belgian strong ale.
Belgian golden strong.
There you go. And my review is 9.2.
Right.
Way to mess that up. I loved it. It is very light, but it has a wonderful flavor. Like, you blended all of those ingredients very well. It is very balanced. You do get a little aftertaste, but even the aftertaste is the balance. Sometimes you'll get an aftertaste and you're like, what is this? Yeah. And it is not like that. It is a very nice beer. I like a good Belgian ale. All right, and I might do these two too. Why not? I've been drinking them the whole time. The next one that we're going to do is the one that I haven't had before. Just like the wee heavy that I just did, I've never drank a barley wine. It is called the Bearded Axe. Yes. I love your names. The Bearded Axe.
Bearded Axe. Remember when I said when me and Will were Missing Falls as a homebrew? Yeah. Well, our other two partners, their homebrew name was Bearded Axe Brewing. This is what they did for their homebrew.
Okay.
And this was one of Sean's recipes, and we made it here, and we were just going to call it barley wine. And I was like, no, man, call it Bearded Axe barley wine. How to show your homebrewing days.
So the let's see here. The ABV on this is 10%. So again, higher in alcohol. Real dark color. More of a dark amber, right?
Yes.
So compared to the wee heavy, it's actually pretty close. It's almost got a reddish brown tinge to it.
Now this one, you will taste the alcohol.
Okay.
All the tastes are turned up to 10 on this.
And the IBU on it's 75, so it's...
It's a barley wine. We turned the volume up on everything and just made this.
Okay, let's taste. Smelling it, very refreshing smell. Malty. I don't know, just kind of a light fragrance.
Yeah, it's gonna hit like a truck, and you get hit with a lot of big sweetness and malts, and the flavor just keeps multiplying.
So sweet.
Yes.
I would not expect this to be sweet.
This one is because we use a lot of maple syrup in it.
Ah,
and we use the burnt.
That's what I was smelling, is the maple syrup.
We also use the burnt runnings. So after they make maple syrup, there's just stuff they kind of scrape off the bottom.
Okay.
We use that to add the smokiness in there.
My great-grandfather, we're from a little town called Southington, and it's by Warren. And they had maple trees, and they made their own maple syrup. So growing up, like I was little when he kind of got, kind of out of it. But big old, drums of maple syrup.
I have friends that did that, and it's amazing how much you start out with and how much you end up with. I mean, 100 gallons, I got a
and you
bottle.
get like this much, and you're like, oh, this is just wonderful. That's all you get.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work.
I wish that it was still in the family because it's still there. I pass by it when I visit family members. And our family actually was one of the first families. They founded the town.
Nice.
It was before Ohio was a state.
I've probably seen a maple tree, but I've never seen a spigot hammered into a tree. I've seen it on TV.
Yep.
I would like to kind of check that out in real
They would
life.
just put these like metal pans in there, and then they had
Don't all the
the
bugs get in there?
Clydesdales. I don't know. They would just burn them off. Who knows?
Just make
I
it.
don't know what my
Protein.
great grandparents did. I don't know. They're long gone now, so I'm not sure.
Back with great-grandparents, I'm sure there wasn't hand sanitizer and all this good stuff.
Yeah. They didn't wear masks. They didn't. Yeah,
Cooked
I know.
with lard.
But for the longest time, we would go to their house and they would have all the maple, those brown kettles of maple syrup, and they'd be like, okay, pick one. It was just fantastic. Wow, I can taste the maple and I can smell that. That's what I was smelling.
I can see why it's so expensive, because just making maple syrup is insane.
Wow. So I can taste that little bit of wininess that I usually taste. That's just how I describe it. I don't know. I'm not an expert yet. That's why I'm testing. I'm studying. The finish is very smooth, very not carbonated at all. Like very smooth.
These are very, very low on the carbonation there. Except this one was aged a year before we even served it.
What did you age it in?
Just in the kegs, just sitting here on the floor.
Okay.
So when we opened up, it was sitting here.
Do they normally age them in barrels? Like oak barrels or anything?
If you want to obtain the flavors of the barrel or something, yeah.
I'm not a red wine,
this one
woody kind of person.
This one might have been nice at the time if we had maple syrup barrels to age it in. But when we first opened up, it was bare bones.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was food truck every night.
Well, I'll tell you what, don't change it. This is excellent. So my rating for the Bearded Axe barley wine is 9.3.
All right.
I have never had a barley wine, so of course I can't compare, but just being a lover of beer and different types of beer, I would totally drink this now. I would know that I'm limited to one if I'm trying to drive home, so I'm not in trouble.
We only serve this in 10 ouncer. But we do have one really good customer, and this guy comes in about every other day and gets him a glass and buys him a take-home crowler. And we're on our last couple kegs of it. When it goes away,
he's going to be sad.
He's going to be so disappointed. We'll have to introduce him to something new.
That's right. Well, I'm telling you, so far, there's so much to choose from. He cannot be disappointed. But I can understand the sweetness of this, especially if you like a hard seltzer and you shy away from beer because of the bitterness or whatever. I'll tell you, this barley wine is just fantastic.
It's a massive jump from seltzer to here.
Right. But, you know, a lot of my friends, they've gotten away from beer because, I could do, it's calories and seltzers. I'm telling you, forget the calories. You need flavor.
If you're worried about calories, you're not going to enjoy a lot.
Exactly. I know. It's called girls, okay? I'm sorry, we're divas, but whatever. For me, hey, I had salad today for lunch because I knew I was coming here. And you know what? I want to enjoy a real beer. I don't want a diet beer. I don't want anything that's light. I want something that you have put a lot of effort and energy into to create this fine beverage. And I'm going to enjoy it. Stay tuned because we're going to do beer quiz.
Right.
It's quiz time, quiz time. Quiz time, quiz time. All right, we're back with beer quiz. Question number 1. Who debuted the beer can in 1933? Was it A, Kruger? Was it B, Budweiser? Was it C, Anchor? Or was it D, Left Hand?
Let's say A.
You are correct. Kruger Special Beer, they teamed up with a canning company in 1933, and that's how we got canned beers.
Wasn't it the Campbell's company, I think? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. Question number 2. What state drinks the most beer per capita? Is it A, Nevada? Is it B, Ohio? Is it C, Pennsylvania? Or is it D, New Hampshire? Per capita, not amount, like per person.
I'm going to have to guess on that just based, I'm going to go with Vegas.
And the answer is New Hampshire. New Hampshire is 1.79 gallons per capita, where Vegas is 6th on the list at 1.35. Ohio, and we need to get this going, is 24th.
I think just in Akron we're higher than that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think in my household we're higher than that. So California, though, drinks the most amount of beer at 727 million gallons per year. Ohio is 7th on that list. So yes, we are making up for that.
We're good.
We have 7th on the list, 237 million gallons. So, hey, keep brewing.
Ohio loves beer.
We do.
It coincides with sports. If you win,
Midwest,
you celebrate. If you lose, you drink.
That's right. Either way,
it's a win-win.
As long as you have a good, tasty beverage that you like, it will, keep the spirit alive, right? Okay, third question and final one. How many liters of beer are drank at the Oktoberfest in Munich? And this is like a rough average. A, 100,000 liters. B, 1 million liters. Or C, 7.3 million liters.
C.
And the answer is C. So there are about 7 million people that go to Oktoberfest. So for 16 days, they drink 7 million liters. And a liter is, 1 gallon is 4 liters. So they basically drink like almost 2 million gallons of beer in 16 days. That's what people are saying.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, divide it by 4.
Yeah.
And then the first 2 didn't work, and I was like, well, it's over the course of 2 weeks. And I thought that was like 14, but 16 days. I'm like, oh, that's doable.
Now, I did the math on this. Each liter is around $13.
Yeah.
So they make almost $95 million in 16 days. And that's just beer.
It's good revenue.
There are hotels, there are, tons of food.
Vendors.
Pretzels, the cookies, all of it, the dirndls and the lederhosen.
Oh yeah, the t-shirts.
Munich itself, just the city, makes $1.2 billion in 2 weeks.
See, we need to do this in Akron.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I am there, and the Beer Divas will be there too. That's it for the show today. Hit the subscribe and bell notification so you don't miss any episodes. Go out and enjoy a good beer today. And remember, don't worry, be happy.